Hi everyone, it's Alex with Holistic Movement Pilates. Today I have a full body workout for you. On the reformer, we are going to use a ball or a prop. It can just start to the side right now. We won't use it right away. And then we can start with your foot bars up. They shouldn't be in the way at all for our core and our arm series to start. One heavy spring on your reformer, and we are going to begin with unilateral arm work. If you have any shoulder injuries and a heavy spring is too much for your shoulders, I would do a medium spring instead of your heavy. If you want to go heavier than my heavy, you can always do that. We're going to lie ourselves down. Headrest can be up or down. That's going to be up to you to start. And then once we get down, we're going to start in our neutral spines. We should have that natural curvature of our low backs here. And then I'm going to reach behind me and grab my short loop into my hand. Now, when I get a hold of my short loop in my right hand, my right arm is going to go straight up to the ceiling and my hand should just be directly over my shoulder. Again, we're starting unilateral, so it's just the right hand that has the strap. Then when you feel comfortable, we're gonna pick our knees up into a tabletop position and then just make sure that they are zipped together so there's no space in between your knees. On an exhale, I'm gonna pull my right arm straight down towards my hip and then I'm gonna inhale to return back up to the ceiling. So we're exhaling to pull straight down, inhaling to return back up. So we should feel our lats, those nice big muscles that run up and down the sides of our back. Our triceps are engaging as well. And then I want to think I'm engaging my core every time I pull down. So I'm drawing my abs in and then I'm inhaling to return. Exhale down, inhale, return back up. Now we're going to do one more like this. Then once we come back up, we're gonna pause. We're gonna add in single leg extensions and it's just gonna be the left leg. So when I press my right arm down, my left leg is gonna reach out away from me, inhaling as we return back. Exhale, press and reach. Inhale as we return, scooping into our core. Should feel those left obliques engaging every time we extend out. Inhale back. Two more. And then last one. Now when we press down, we're gonna hold out. We're gonna bend the elbow and the knee. Both knees stay into our tabletop position. Tricep press. We're gonna press our palm down, bend. Exhale, press, inhale, bend. Up to you if you go long fingers or fists. Just make sure that your wrist stays long the entire time. Elbow stays right in towards our rib cage. Okay, we're gonna add in those single leg extensions. So just the left leg reaches out when we press, and then we inhale to return. Again, exhale, press, inhaling as we return back. Drawing the abs in every exhale. Okay, now this next time we press, we're gonna hold the arm and leg out. Your left arm can either stay at your side or you could grab onto your shoulder block. You're gonna open your right arm out to the side, pause in line with your shoulder, bring it up to the ceiling, pull down to your hips for a circle. So out, up, pull down. The left leg should be staying out away from you. Again, for a little extra stability, grab onto your shoulder block with your left hand. Now, when we get to the hip, pause, reverse, go up to your shoulder, out to the side, exhale, press, inhale up, out, exhaling again as we press to the hip. Last one. And then once we go up, we can relax our feet. Feel free to give ourselves a little stretch. And then we are going to stay on this right side. We're just gonna do 2 rounds of obliques. We do not need to worry about our neutral spine when we get into this oblique series. So again, long loop is lighter, for the arm short loop is heavier. It's gonna be up to you what you're using. The right hand is still in. You're gonna slide your left hand on top, and then we're gonna bring both knees up into a tabletop position, sway slightly to the left side of the room, and again, you will come out of your neutral there. On an exhale, we're gonna press, curl, rotate to our right hip, and then when we inhale, come down, we should be center. So every time we curl up, we should be rotating towards our right hips, and then we're inhaling to return. Exhale, curl, rotate, inhale, back center. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more. And 1. Now, when we come back down, we're gonna pause. We're gonna add in our legs with these. They stay slightly to the left. We're gonna curl, rotate, reach the legs out, and then inhale, come back. Curl, rotate, reach those legs away. Inhale, return. 3 more. 2. And last one here. Relax your feet. Again, feel free to give yourselves a stretch, and then we will hang our strap back up onto the peg. I'm going to grab my left loop. Same thing as the last side. Long loop is lighter for your arm. Short loop is heavier. You just have the left strap. The arm is straight up to the ceiling, and then our right hand is at our side, neutral spine. So we're going to bring our knees up into our tabletop position. Legs are zipped together. They stay there. We exhale to pull the left arm straight down. We inhale to return back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull, inhale, return. Again, every exhale, think engaging your core. Abs are drawing in. Now we're gonna add in our right leg. So when we press our arm down, we reach the right leg out. We inhale to return. Exhale, reach, inhale, return. I'm feeling my ribs and just making sure that they're staying together. So I'm not like letting my rib cage kind of pop out. My bra line stays anchored down. Let's do 2. And now last one, now we hold out. We're gonna bend the knee and the elbow together. Keep the knees, tricep press, exhaling as we press. Inhaling again as we bend that elbow. Long fingers or fists, again, it's up to you. Just make sure, look at your wrist, make sure it stays long. You're not bending that wrist. Okay, add in the right leg. So we go out and in. They extend together and they bend together. Exhale, extend, inhale, return. Last one now, and this one we hold out. Again, your right arm can either stay at your side or you can grab onto your shoulder block. Left arm opens out to the side, up to the ceiling, pull down for circles. Out, up, pull down. Make sure that it doesn't go past your shoulders. Keep that right leg long. Now, when we get to the hip, hold it there and reverse. Go up, out, exhaling as you press to the hip. Last one here. Okay, relax the feet. Feel free to give yourselves a little stretch. I always like to sway my knees to stretch, just give my back a little stretch. Then the last 2 things will be our obliques. So the left arm is going to go back up. Right hand slides on top of it. Do not worry about your neutral spines. Knees go up into a tabletop position, legs are zipped together. You're swaying slightly to the right side. On an exhale, we're gonna press, curl, rotate to your left hip. Inhale, return. Exhale, press, curl, rotate to that left hip. Inhale, return. We should be center every time we come down. 2 more like this, and then we're gonna add in the legs. Last one. Okay, let's add in those legs. So press, curl, reach the legs away. Inhale back. Legs should extend slightly out to the right side. They shouldn't be center for these. 3 more. 2. And last one. Ooh, okay. Come down, hang the strap up onto the peg. We're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides, and then we're gonna do some unilateral footwork today on your foot bars. It's not gonna be a full unilateral class, but to start, we are doing a lot of unilateral work. Now, for my like light, heavy scale with single leg footwork. I always say 2 heavies and a medium is more of the light setting. 3 heavies would be a medium setting for your legs, and then 3 heavies and a light would be a heavy setting. You can go lighter than my scale, you can go heavier than my scale. It's up to you. It's gonna be lots of quads. I'm gonna go 3 heavy springs, so I'm on a medium setting for myself. And then you're gonna grab your balls and we're gonna lie ourselves down with the balls. Again, headrest can start up or down. That's gonna be up to you. At the end of our series day, we'll have to go down for bridges. I'm gonna take my heels onto the foot bar, parallel with each other, sits bone distance out. And then the ball is going to go underneath your left knee. Neutral spine, right toes and knees stay pointed straight up to the ceiling. We are going to exhale, push the carriage out with your right foot. Inhale back in, exhale, push, inhale back. Keeping our pelvises just nice and still. This is gonna be a pretty quick footwork series. We'll do 2, and then last one. Okay, now once we come back in, we are going to pause. We are going arch of our right foot on, left leg just stays. We exhale away, we inhale back, we exhale out, and we inhale back again. Make sure that that knee and foot are staying in the correct alignment. You can always look up. Last one here. And then once we come in, we're going right onto our toes, balls of our feet, a little lift of that heel. We'll exhale to push out. Keep that same position of the heel as you bend to come back in. Push, and then resist back in. Engaging, again, our core. Two more. Last one. Okay, now once we come back in, we're gonna pause. Headrests are gonna go all the way down. We're moving into single leg bridges. It is up to you if you're on your toes, arches, or heels for these. Toes are the most challenging. Arches and heels are gonna feel a little more sturdy, so it's up to you. We're gonna take an inhale in your neutral spines. Exhale, we're flattening our low backs down. Now as we roll up into our bridge, the carriage is gonna stay still. We're taking an inhale at the top, and then we're exhaling to roll our spines back down. Inhale in your neutral, exhale, flatten the low back down, roll the spine up, take an inhale, and then exhaling as we articulate all the way back down. Now the next time we get up into our bridge, we're gonna hold ourselves there. So pause at the top, take the ball out from underneath your left knee, take it into both hands over your chest, reach your left leg up to the ceiling, pelvis is level. I'm gonna lower my left leg down. Imagine that I'm kicking my ball when I come up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Again, pelvis does not move. You should really feel your right leg working to stabilize you here. That core should be working as well. 3, 2, 1. Pause the top. Roll all the way back down, and then if you want to give your right hamstring a stretch before we switch to the other side, you can give it a stretch. And again, if you do want to put your headrest back up for the first series, you can put it back up. Balls go underneath your right knees. Left heel is on the foot bar, toes should be pointed straight up. We're exhaling to push out, inhaling back, maintaining our neutral spines the entire time. Exhale, push, inhale, return. Last one here, out and in. Then once we come back in, we're gonna pause. The arch of our foot goes onto the foot bar. Exhale as we push, inhale back. One more, exhale, inhale. Okay, then we're gonna finish on our toes, balls of our feet. Again, just a little lift of that left heel. Exhale out. You wanna be evenly weighted throughout all 5 of our left toes. We're keeping that little lift of the heel when you bend and you come back in. Should really feel your quads on this toes, or on our toes. 2 more. And 1. Okay, when we come back in, headrests have to go down. Again, for bridging, it's gonna be up to you, toes, arches, or heels. We're gonna take an inhale in our neutral, exhale, we flatten our low backs down. When we roll up, our carriage is gonna try to stay still. We take an inhale at the top, we exhale to articulate our spines all the way back down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale as we roll up, take an inhale, and exhale as we roll ourselves back down. Last one. Now, when we get to the top, pause. Grab the ball into your hands, reach up to the ceiling, reach your leg out to the ceiling, pelvis level. We're gonna inhale, lower, exhale, lift, lower, lift. Again, the idea is that your hips are gonna stay in the same position. You're just lowering and lifting that right leg. 2, 1. Okay, pause. Roll all the way back down, and then you can give your left hamstring a stretch when we get down. Okay, we're gonna do a quick core series. Lying down, the legs are gonna be extended over your foot bars, and then you're gonna take the balls and they're gonna go right behind your backs. They should be right around your bra lines, in between your shoulders. And then once you get the balls into a comfortable spot, we're just gonna kind of think lazy legs over your foot bars. Hands are gonna go behind the head. And then we're gonna inhale and fold over our balls into a nice extension. And we're gonna exhale and curl up into an abdominal curl. So we're gonna inhale, fold over, and then exhale as we curl back up. And we are not worrying about our neutral spines at all here. So I am allowing my pelvis to kind of rock back and forth. Now, the next time we curl, we're gonna lift our right knee towards our chest, and we're gonna set it down, and then we're gonna go left knee to the chest and set it down. So every time we curl, we're gonna go knee to chest, inhale, return, exhale, curl, inhale, return. Elbows stay wide. When you curl, you're keeping that little space in between your chin and your chest. Let's do 4, 2, and 1. Okay, fold over. Feel free to give your abs a nice stretch here. And then we are gonna sit ourselves up. I'm gonna sit to the right side of my reformer. And then we're going to a medium spring. Everything else is coming off. And our foot bars do go all the way down for this series. Now, once you get your foot bars down, we're keeping your balls. They're gonna go in between your ankles when we get onto our sides. We're gonna lie down on our right side. I'm gonna take my forearm so that it's up against my shoulder blocks on like the headrest side. If you have a different reformer that this doesn't work, like if your shoulder blocks are in the way, you could always go on the body side of the shoulder blocks. Otherwise, hook it over. And then balls in between the ankles, legs are gonna be long. And then rather than having that like inch or so away from you in the back of the carriage, I'm gonna have like a hand's width, like a palm's width away. It doesn't have to be the length of your hand, just the width of your palm. Just so when we lift the legs up, eventually it doesn't feel like we're gonna fall backwards, or you don't actually fall backwards. And then once you get the balls here and set up, legs are gonna be angled to the front corner of your foot bars. We're gonna reach in front of us and we're gonna grab our long loop into our hand. Now, when you get here, make sure that you're pushing into your right forearm so that your shoulder's out of your ear. We're gonna move into some obliques. I want the left arm to go up to the ceiling. You're gonna pause. If this is too much for the arm, shoulders, ditch the strap and just do the movements of the legs. So on an exhale, my arms are gonna pull down to my legs. My legs are gonna lift my arms. My hips are gonna rotate towards the ceiling. And I'm gonna inhale, return. So it's gonna be very minimal movement in the arm, more movement in the legs. So pull the arm down, lift your legs up, inhale, return. I may be going a foot with my arms. You're gonna try to lift the legs as high as you can. Again, your hips are unstacking and restacking when you come down. So right into those left obliques. You're gonna give me 2 more. And 1, and relax. Okay, hang your strap up. We're just gonna do that same quick oblique series on the other side. Feel free to keep the ball, or you can re-put it when you get to yourself set up a palm's width again, so you don't feel like you're falling off. Legs should be angled to the front corner. Grab the long loop into your right hand. It's gonna go up to the ceiling. Hips and shoulders are stacked right now. Then when we pull the arm slightly down, we're gonna unstack the hips when we lift the legs. We're gonna inhale and come back. Every time our arm comes back, it's pausing right over the shoulders. The idea is that the legs are lifting to the hand. The hand isn't really pulling to the legs. It's reaching towards those legs. And I know my left shoulder is coming up into my ear, so watch your left shoulders. Exhale, inhale. 4 more. Try to keep those balls. 3, 2, whoop, I lost my ball. 1, and relax. Okay, hang your strap up onto the peg. We're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides. When we sit ourselves off to the sides, we are gonna take our balls. We are gonna keep them. We're gonna stay on this medium spring for some kneeling arms. And then when we do these, we're gonna use a ball for a little extra challenge for stability. It's gonna be a lot of work for your quads. If you don't feel comfortable, you can do this whole series without the balls underneath your knees. So let's start facing the foot bars. When we kneel, just be careful when you kneel, you're on a light spring. I have my right foot in my headrest right now. I'm gonna take my right knee down onto the carriage, and then I'm gonna set my left foot flat down onto the carriage. So right knee down, left foot flat. And then when you get here, we're gonna take our straps. This is gonna be kind of funky. You're gonna take the straps off the pegs. I would just do this first just because it is a little easier. Okay, then from here, left hand is gonna hold onto the carriage. Make sure your right toes are curled underneath you in your headrest. If they're not curled, it's gonna be really hard for balance. You're gonna lift your left knee, slide the ball with you lift your right knee, slide the ball underneath your right knee, and then again, if you don't feel comfortable, don't use the ball. Okay, now find your stability, and you're gonna kneel nice and tall. Long loops are light for arms, short loops are heavy, so whatever you wanna use. Elbows are bent into your sides, palms are flipped up. You're gonna feel a lot of work in your right quad. We're gonna exhale, reach the arms out and slightly up, in and slightly down. So we exhale to reach away, we inhale to come in. Shoulders are down, collarbones are wide. Exhale out, inhale back. A lot of work again in that right quad for that stability. Okay, now the next time we reach out, pause. We inhale to open the arms out to the sides. Don't lose track of them in your peripheral vision. Bring them back shoulder distance away, back into your ribs with your elbows. So exhale to reach, inhale open, exhale close, inhale back. Again, the arms don't go past your shoulders when you open. The hands pause shoulder distance when you come back in. Ooh. Okay, last one like this. Then we're gonna stay out, rotate your palms towards each other, hug a tree, fingertips together, open. Exhale, fingertips together, open. Exhale, close, inhale back. 2 more. And 1. Okay, I would carefully just set your hands down. I would use the long loops now, and then let your carriages come all the way in. Drop the straps. Makes it a little easier. If you want to hang them up onto the shoulder blocks, you could. Okay, we do have to, if you dropped your straps like me, you're gonna fish them off the floor. And I am just hanging them on my shoulder blocks right now just because it's a little easier for me to get them there. And unfortunately, we have to do the other side. Okay, So once we get here, my toes are just curled right now. And then I am gonna grab my straps, a little different setup than the last time. I'm gonna pull forward and just take my hands onto the carriage. Right foot steps flat onto your carriage. I'm gonna lift my left knee and I'm gonna slide the ball underneath my left knee. Make sure your left toes are curled, otherwise it is impossible to balance. If you don't feel comfortable, take the ball out. When you feel comfortable, kneel tall, long loops light for arms, short loops heavy. Elbows are bent into a 90. We're gonna reach out and slightly up, in and slightly down. Exhale away and inhale back. Again, it's a lot of work on our left quads. Two more like this. Now on this last one, we're gonna hold out. Ready? We open out to the sides. We bring them shoulder distance away when we come back into the ribs. Exhale, reach. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, return. Again, reach, open, close, return. Ooh. Okay, last one like this. And then pause, rotate your palms towards each other, fingertips together, open, exhale together, inhale, open. The hand should be right in front of your chest when you bring your fingertips together. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Let your carriages come all the way in. Feel free to drop your straps. Ouch. We're gonna step to the sides. My legs are shaking. Okay. Hang your straps up onto the bags. Once we hang the straps up, we are going to give our legs a little stretch. So balls can just go off to the sides. We're gonna go on to just a heavy spring, take off your medium, and then foot bars are gonna go up to the starting position. Oh my gosh. Okay, abs first, and then we're gonna stretch. So again, one heavy. If you need to make this easier for yourselves, you can always do a heavy and a light spring for planks. You're gonna stand, it doesn't matter what side of your reformer you stand on. You're gonna stand though, facing your foot bar with your hands wide. Now, my leg that's closer to my carriage is gonna go to the shoulder block furthest away from me, so I'm on my right leg. Make sure the toes are curled, heels lifted, chest is over the foot bars. You're gonna extend your leg out that's on the shoulder block. Then you're gonna stabilize from your chest and your core, and you're gonna step your other foot up onto the opposite shoulder block, legs long, abs in, booties down. Okay, long stretch. Arms are gonna push us out. Arms are gonna bring us back in. Legs stay long, abs stay in, booty stay down. Inhale out, exhale back. Push, pull, push, pull. Okay, 2 more. Last one. Now, when you come in, pause. Right foot stays, left foot steps into the well, right knee goes down, lunges in the well. Right leg is gonna press out. You can either stay here or you can push out with your left leg and hold. You can move the carriage in and out with your left. It doesn't matter. Whatever you feel like you need to do to stretch out your bodies. And try to get your heart rate under control like me. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, chest goes back over your foot bar. Your right knee is gonna lift. This leg stays. Keep your chest directly over the foot bar. Push into your palms. Draw your abs in. Very carefully, step your left foot back. Okay, back into long stretch, arms out, arms in. Again, the range of motion is up to you. If you don't feel comfortable, you could just hold a plank. You could go out 2 inches and in 2 inches. It does not matter. Two and 1. Okay, very carefully, right foot steps into the well, left knee bends. You're gonna push out with your left, and then if you want, you can push out with your right. Again, the stretch is up to you. Okay, very carefully, fish your right foot out of the well. We are gonna stay on the knees. My hips are directly over my knees, are gonna stay there. My arms are gonna push out. So I'm not pushing my knees out at all. I'm not bringing my butt back. My hips are gonna stay right over my knees. My arms push, I'm gonna drop my chest down in between my arms to stretch. Now, if it feels better to go hips down, you could, but if you keep your hips up like me, you will get a deeper stretch in your chest. You can always go back and forth from high hips to low hips. Again, just whatever feels better in your body to stretch here. Okay, lift the chest, bring the carriages in, sit off to the right side, mermaids. Right shin up against the shoulder blocks, left leg bent out in front of you. If this doesn't work for hips or knees, you can always take the feet onto the floor out in front of you. We're staying on this heavy spring. Left hand is on the foot bar, you're gonna push out, go up and over. Now pause here. There's a high jump bar at your ribs, left ribs, you're going up and over the high jump bar. And I'm thinking about pulling my right sit bones down so I can stretch out that right side. Then we're going center, counter stretch to the other side, up and over. Then we go back to the center, back to the foot bar, go out and over. Now this time we rotate to the floor, right hand catches, left hand slides wide. We push into our left palm and we pull with our right. So push left, pull right, and you're gonna get a very big stretch in your right lats. Okay, evenly weighted throughout both palms. Lift your chest, carriage comes in. If you rotate towards your shoulder blocks, you should be able to set up right away on the next side. So left shin up against the shoulder blocks. Right hand center foot bar. Push out, go up and over that high jump bar. Pull your left sit bones down. Again, that's fine if it lifts, but I'm gonna pull it down to get deeper into that stretch. And then go center, counter stretch. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Back to the center, to your foot bar, press out, go up, over, rotate to the floor, left hand catches, right hand slides wide, push into your right, pull with your left, push right, pull left. Okay, evenly weighted throughout both palms. Lift your chest so carriage comes in. We're going 2 heavy springs to finish off with feet and straps. So 2 heavies, lie down. Head press can be up or down. That is up to you. Reach behind you. We're grabbing our long loops. They go onto our feet. Then once you get your straps on your feet, legs are gonna be up just as high as you can hold your neutral spine. Feet are parallel, legs are zipped together. We're gonna exhale, lower our legs down towards our springs, and then we're gonna inhale, hinge at the hips to come back up. Exhale to pull straight down, inhaling as we hinge to come back up. We're drawing our abs in and up as we pull, and then when we hinge and we come back up, our sacrums are just staying heavy. Okay, let's do a couple more here. Exhale down, inhale, return, last one, and then return. Okay, now we're going to lower our legs down, open them wide out to the sides, circle around and back up, leg circles. Exhale, lower, inhale to circle. As always, our sacrum, lowest part of your back above your tailbone, should be staying heavy. Pelvis stays still. The movement comes right from the head of the femur in that hip socket. And if you make these big, you can open up your inner thighs a little more, give your hips a deeper stretch. I like big leg circles, not small and controlled. Okay, now once we come back up, we're gonna pause at the top and reverse. We go out, down, around, we zip, and then we hinge as we come back up. Okay, let's do 2 more. And then last one. Now, when we come back up, we can come out of our neutral butterfly stretch, so bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. You can pull your straps if you'd like with your heels high. You can push your knees out away from you. You can drop your heels down towards your tailbone if that feels better. Okay, then I'm gonna take my straps off, hang them back up onto the pegs. We can sit ourselves off to the sides. We are all finished with that workout. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today.